chance we can make it. Hold on, hold on, hold. It's what I'm saying, but the words don't come out right. Who's inside my mind? Who's inside my mind? Everything is alright, but I keep seeing ghosts in the daylight. Who's inside my mind? Who's inside my mind? Everything is alright, but I keep seeing ghosts in the daylight. I try not to listen, but I can't turn it off. I'm floating around like a lost astronaut. I try not to listen, but I can't turn it off. I'm coming in hot, baby, ready to go. Who's inside my mind? Who's inside? Everything is alright, but I keep seeing ghosts in the daylight.
What's up, everybody? I'm back.
You saw me in the back there?
Run. I did. I say it every time. Every time. I love that song. And for those
Yeah,
of you
me too, man. It's catchy.
whoever, if you're new to the show, welcome. First of all. Secondly, that song just, I mean, brother, you know me. I do a lot of intros. I do a lot of videos for people, and
And there was a countdown.
there was.
Yeah.
Well, like you
30-second countdown.
It's not a consultant video without a countdown.
Yeah, that's
Except for
sure.
2024, that's going to be loading. but no, just that song in particular, out of all the videos I've done, that one is just so fitting. It's upbeat, no matter what kind of day I'm having. I listen to that song and everything just melts away. It's like,
There you
screw it, let's pump up,
Yeah.
let's have some fun.
There you go.
But
Yeah,
anyway,
I'll have to listen to that song 5 or 6 more times in order for a lot of stuff to melt away for me.
well, last base, all that good stuff. But
Oh, Jesus.
But yeah, folks, I wanted to. We're gonna have some fun today.
It's okay, Robert. You don't have to say hi to me. I won't take offense. Jesus.
We'll get there. But I want to first officially say, guys, hello. I missed you all, and I want to officially say I'm back. The sabbatical's done. It's over with.
Of course,
back.
he did say. Yeah, sorry for cutting you off. He did say, "Hey guys." So I
That's
said,
true.
"Yeah, that's true."
That's true. That is true. But yeah, the sabbatical's done. I'm back, full swing. You're stuck with me. I have a lot of ideas.
Yeah, you did.
It's bad.
Oh no.
I've got a lot of ideas.
Have you been? Let me ask you a question.
Yeah.
Just out of curiosity, because you always say you have a lot of ideas. Do you just leave them in your head, or do you actually write them down?
I have a notebook here in studio,
Okay.
and I also, and I'm not even lying, I have, for those of you who don't know, I have 2 phones. I have my iPhone right here, but I also have a Note 10 that I have. I send myself text messages. I'm not even, I just send it to myself, which I know before anybody says I could just send it to my iPhone. No shit, I know that, but I'd send it to my note so that way when I pick it up and I see it's a new message, I'm like, oh yeah. So if I'm down in studio creating, I've got both phones and I'm just bouncing. But yeah, I do actually. I do. I send them to myself, so I try not to forget them. And then I just kind of figure out what's more important. What do I do first? Stuff like that.
Yeah.
But guys,
I have a plug. Can I do a plug?
Yeah, go for it.
You can go to Amazon.
Uh-huh.
Type in B.J. my last name, and there I have a bunch of notebooks out there that I created that you can buy.
Well, really, that's cool.
Yeah.
I actually have notebooks too. I have them on paraconsultantstore.com. I have
these are actually notebooks that I created though on my own.
Oh no, these are just mine. I just threw some.
So if you just type in B.J. Laverty on Amazon, all the books will come up that you can see, and they're all notebooks. There's 7x10, 6x9, 8x11, or 8.5 by 11. So I have all different sizes, and also my cookbook is up there too as well. Yes, folks, I did a cookbook.
Yeah, he did.
And I've sold some.
There it is.
Believe it or not, I sold some.
And I earned 20 points for the paperback.
What's that?
I earned 20 points.
There you go.
I earned
Look
20
at all
points.
those notebooks that I created. There's like 40 of them up there.
Holy shit. I'm going to follow you. You're being followed.
Oh, thank you. I appreciate that. If you want to give a review, I'll be more than
Well,
happy to accept that review.
We'll see.
You know who did buy my cookbook, and you'll know.
that?
Wild Bill bought my cookbook.
Did he?
Yeah.
Actually,
He sent me a picture of it when he received it.
here you go,
and he
folks.
said-
Check this out. It's actually, it's hard to see, but there it is.
Yeah. Yeah.
It is on Amazon. It's only
And you know,
$20.
I don't know if this was like had anything to do with ego or something like that. I don't think it does. Like, but people keep like people I knew that knew I was doing the book. They said, "Well, you got to put your picture somewhere in the book." And I go, "Well, I don't know. That seems like a little egotistical." So, but at the back of the book is my picture.
There it is.
Yeah.
I mean, I have some. If you wanted a picture, I could have given you a couple other.
Well, yeah. Well, I needed to make it look professional, so I don't
That's
need
cool.
to. Yeah.
Yeah, I am.
Well, you know what? And it's hard to believe people have bought it.
No, I'm gonna get it. I'm gonna buy it.
But if you're looking to, hey, listen, yes, it is a keto book, but it is a keto book. But if you're still looking to lose those dishes or those creations that I did,
Mhm.
will help you lose weight if you're looking to lose weight.
Actually,
they're-
I truly believe in it too, because you told me a while back, and yes, I still remember this. If you substitute your drinks with lemon water, just lemon slices and water,
No, lime.
or lime. Was it lime?
It can be lime or lemon. It doesn't matter.
Oh, I like lemon better. But yeah, I do that at least twice a day. Twice a day I've been doing that.
You should be drinking it all day. And the only problem with that is the first week, you're going to be pissing like a racehorse for the first week. But not a lot of people know this. But when you're eating a lemon or a lime, there's over 250 vitamins in a lime or lemon. And it is so good for you. But you also got to be careful too, because what some people do, and I don't recommend, is they leave the same lime in there for like 3 or 4 days.
No,
that's not good.
No,
That's not good to do.
No.
Then all you're doing is drinking acidic from the lime, and that can cause issues. I'm telling you, dude, the first time I did it, and this was about 4 years ago, the first time I did it, I lost 20 pounds in a month.
Oh, don't worry, I found it.
Found what?
That weight you lost, I found it. It's right here.
Okay.
I'm keeping it safe for you. When you want it back, let me know.
Yeah. But I'm telling no, I don't know. Well, Southern food, there is chicken in there if you want to consider that Southern. And a beautiful lemon chicken that I love to make. So, but I'm telling you, it's 31 incredible dishes, but there is one in there that people I'm sure are going to love. It's chocolate, it's peanut butter and chocolate.
I'm sold already.
Yeah, so it's like in a little ball, and then you like the chocolates around it. Obviously, you can use dark chocolate, but it's probably better to use. Well, you can use what's the chocolate? Not dark chocolate, because I tend to use dark chocolate. I tend to eat dark chocolate because it's better for you. But
I like milk chocolate.
The milk chocolate you could put around it too, but I wouldn't suggest that. So
I like milk chocolate. I don't.
Yeah,
dark chocolate to me is too bitter. I don't know.
Oh, I love chocolate in general, but it's better to use dark. What's that?
Obviously, so do I.
Yeah. So, but no, I like Tanner was saying on his show a couple of weeks ago. If you sell 12 books, you're considered in that higher echelon of the top 50%. I'm pretty close to almost hitting 12. So, I'm surprised. I'm surprised. And to be honest, it's cheap. It's only $19.
Yeah. You know what? I actually might pick up 2 or 3 copies, to be honest with you. Give one to my in-laws, one for Mackenzie.
Oh, that'd be nice.
Then
that would put me on my 12.
There you go. See? There we go. And then one for my family. Sorry, do you want a book?
Sure.
There's pictures, though. You'll be all right.
There are pictures. There's pictures. There's pictures for every dish.
Are they scratch and sniff though? That's the big thing.
No, unfortunately, or not. I tried to find that. I tried to figure that out, but it wasn't working for me.
No, that's Nate. Sarah said about a pop-up book.
Well, it's funny. I tried to rub some food on it. No,
Yeah,
you just try to rub some food on it, then you can smell.
Don't even need to scratch it. Just snip it. Just snip it.
Anyhow.
But all right.
Jesus. So
Yeah.
we're on the air right now, right? So we're doing the live right now. So I'm sitting here, my phone goes off, and I get a request from Instagram for a follow request. I looked at it. My cousin, I haven't seen in like 20 years.
Holy crap. See, guys, networking, bringing people together.
I haven't seen him in like 20 years.
Nothing to do with Instagram, but
And by the way, his name is Brian. And he's the reason why growing up, my parents called me BJ, because he lived with us for a number of years.
Oh.
So that's why people called me BJ, because when they called Brian, both of us came running. So they initialized my name. So, and he's the guy. He's the guy that I got made fun of through most of my childhood. So you think I would be angry with him, but no, he's a good guy. He's a good guy.
Oh, but anyway, folks. So yeah, so like I said, I'm back. I'm back from my sabbatical. You guys know me, and I know Brian, brother. You know me. I'm very transparent with everything. Short version. Had some family issues that I need to take care of. Had some things with work need to take care of. I got back on a lot of different things that I needed to do that required my attention, and I just needed some time to get it done. That's basically all it was.
I know the family issues. Have they been resolved?
Yes and no. So for those of you who don't know, let's just say school's involved, some other program is involved.
You don't have to talk about it. It's okay.
Yeah.
You don't have to talk about it.
I have no secrets. But
I get that, but that's
just
that's a little bit personal. So.
I know, but yeah, so it's getting resolved. Nobody did anything. No one's in trouble. No one's seeing any jail time or anything. Nothing crazy.
Well, that's a good thing.
Well, not yet. I was close, but
yeah.
But yeah, we're taking care of everything. Everything's going good. But yeah, I'm back. So y'all are stuck with me. Raymond and I will be on tonight.
Oh, okay, good.
So we are doing What the Paranormal. We have
Who's your guest?
Two very interesting individuals. I'm not going to disclose it. You have to watch.
Okay.
But they are by far the strangest guests that we've ever had. So
strange in a good way, though, right?
Matter of depiction.
Careful. Careful.
They're good. They're good. Maybe. Well, one of them.
So let me ask you this: are they going to be? They're going to make the show better.
Raymond, where are you at?
So the last couple of shows that I've seen, you guys have kind of gotten off what the reason of the show is, and that's by asking questions and getting funny lines.
Yeah,
it's turning into more like an interview.
Raymond's
asking a question, and then they talk normally about it, but this is supposed to be like one-liners, and that's what the show's about. So it's kind of getting away from that. So you got to reel it back in and tell your guests what the show's about before you go on live.
Oddly enough, we do, but like I said, and I said this in the beginning of the show, when you get Raymond and I together, weird stuff happens. But yeah.
Now, Mechanic Paranormal was on the last time.
Spirit Mechanic?
Mechanic. Yeah, they were on it the last time. That way you did that a couple of weeks ago.
Yeah.
Anyhow, or 3 weeks ago.
Yeah.
That was a great show. But unfortunately, when in the direct, and they seem like great guys. I've only spoken to them a little bit, and that was before the live of the Global Ghost Hunt that Raymond did. So I spoke to them a little bit, not very much. They seem like really, really nice guys, and they love Global Ghost Hunt and stuff like that, which is awesome. So, but that was going more in the direction of an interview rather than what the show was about.
Yeah, that was more of a an interview slash I don't know if they call it a show and tell, but reminisce and BS session.
It was still a good show, though. Still a
Oh,
good
yeah,
show.
fun. And they're great guys, don't get me wrong. And if anybody hasn't heard of Spirit Mechanics, go check them out. If you don't know how to find them, Dr. Raymond will get you in contact with them. They're great people. But yeah, no, I know exactly what you're saying, and him and I have even discussed that before. It's like, yeah, so but tonight's show
you got to bring it back. You got to bring it back.
Oh, well, tonight's show is going to be a lot of fun.
You guys, I will say though, you guys are getting a lot of views. Like normally when a show comes on, I share it to 7, 8, 9 pages. And one thing I have noticed, and one good thing, when I share it to the Huntophobia page, there's a lot of views compared to like, let's say Parapost, where it's actually originally where it's coming from, where I'm sharing it from. With Huntophobia page, everybody's shows get a lot of views. For example, the other day when me and AJ did our show, I shared it to Huntophobia. Well, it's actually going live on Huntophobia, but it did a lot of views for that show going live compared to, like, let's say Parapost, but which is great, which is good, but we need more views on the Parapost side.
Absolutely.
So,
and by the way, congratulations to you and to our other brother AJ for being the podcast of the week again.
Oh yeah, and I'll tell you, the only reason why is because we're putting up the reels. And one reel had almost 300 views on it.
That's awesome.
So, and I put up 4 or 5 reels during the week, and that's the only reason. And it's funny because Jeremy is right there all the time. If Jeremy's not winning, he's second.
I've noticed that. If you guys don't know who Jeremy is, Jeremy Bryant, go check him out. Great show.
Go ahead.
I was just gonna say he's a little out there.
Well, no, it's not even that. He does so many shows during the week. He does like 4 or 5 shows during the week. That's why.
Yeah, and you thought I was bad.
Well, no, I don't think you're bad. I just think it's funny. But with Jeremy, he does like 4 or 5 shows during the week, and every week he always seems to have a guest for every single show,
and that's awesome.
It's great.
Yeah,
so,
he's
I gotta take. Host. I'm gonna have to put you on mute. I gotta take this call.
Okay, go for it. Have fun. So while Brian's doing that, let's say hello to everybody because I see people in the audience here. Obviously, AZ Pie's here. What's up? How you doing tonight? Hopefully you all are doing well. And like we said earlier, there's Robert Humphreys. What's up, brother? Long time no see. How you been? There he is. There's there's the host of What the Paranormal. It's his fault, people. There's Raymond. Raymond, we were just talking about What the Paranormal for tonight. I think it's gonna be a lot of fun. Guests are gonna be a little different. And then Pam Harris is here. What's up, Pam? How are you? Hopefully you're still awesome as always. Pam's amazing, guys. She's got another great show on Parapost Network Central.
Okay.
Definitely go check her out.
I had to take that call.
You're good, bro.
That was my doctor. So
no, you're good. You're good.
Yeah.
At least you're not like James from Hammertown, who went and grabbed fast food in the middle of the show. That was I will never forget. He's the only guest to do that to me. He was there 1 minute and then just disappears for 20 minutes.
James is funny.
I love James.
Yeah.
But yeah, he just disappears and then comes back and he's just sitting there going,
like, that's funny. That's hilarious.
Did you go get food? Yeah, we were hungry.
That's hilarious. Raymond, you missed it. We were talking about your show.
Yeah, I told him how amazing our guests are going to be for tonight. How much fun it's going to be.
Yeah, and it's funny because like with like every week when we do the weekly podcast winner, you guys have been doing your show. You guys are either second or third. If it's Jeremy, then it's Glenda, and then it's you guys.
And I know Pam's been getting a lot of views too on hers.
Pam has
Pam,
Pam
Glenda.
did really well that one week.
Oh,
I think she did 3 shows that week or something like that. And she did extremely well when she won. Yeah. She had I think she had close to 600-700 views.
That's awesome. Congratulations to that. That was really awesome.
Yeah.
So, well, speaking of shows, Brian's got some new shows. Well, Brian's got a new show.
Yeah.
And I've got a new show that's going to
be.
And
I got an announcement to make too.
Yeah, we already said back. By the way, folks, this was supposed to start at 5, but you know what happens. We got to talking and everything else. He told me his announcement, and I'm like, let me go first. I don't want to follow this.
Yeah.
This is awesome.
Good. It's cool. It's very cool.
It is. It's very cool.
Yeah.
So for most of you who follow me on a regular basis, you know I have obviously the Paraverse. I also do What the Paranormal with Raymond. But I'm starting this Saturday. I will be doing my paranormal gaming. That is starting this Saturday. First game we're going to start playing through is a game called We Happy Few. I'm really excited about it. It's a great game. It's a lot of fun. Actually, I have to give credit to some of my favorite YouTubers. One of them being Markiplier. The other one being Sean, also known as Jacksepticeye. They did this game before. They did a playthrough of it. A lot of fun. Great time. I'll start playing that. I want to share something. If you guys want to see it, I have the intro done. It's loaded up. If you guys want to see it, let me know. Let me know in the comments real quick. Or actually, you know what? Oh, that's my co-host, Brian. You want to see it? You want to see the?
Yeah.
There's no countdown.
And there's no countdown. Perfect.
No countdown.
Let's go. Let's do
2020. Okay. See, I knew that would get you, but but I will say for 2024.
I don't understand why everybody does countdowns. Doesn't make sense to me. Just get into the show. Let's do it.
Just bring people into the room. But
yeah, I guess
2024 for the consultant. I know on the What the Paranormal says, it's not a consultant video without a countdown. Quoting somebody.
Yeah.
But 2024 is the year of loading screens. So that's what this one has.
Oh, Lord. That's just as bad as a countdown.
But I will say this, guys, because it is the gaming, it's a little bit different. A little bit different with the video. So let me know what you think.
Cool.
Sometimes it's hard to focus, just to persevere and just to make it. But everything that's within your grasp, you gotta take it. You gotta go hard and just dig deeper inside you to find that method, that mode that wants that hunger to survive, just to ride the grind and take it the way you gotta take it and never stop.
I came to win, yeah, I came to win. I came to win, yeah, I came to win. I came to win, yeah, I came to win. Can't no one stop me, yeah, bring it in. I came to win, yeah, I came to win. Top down, faded window city. Push it with it, push it to the limit. Top down, faded window city. Push it with it, push it to the limit. Push it with it, push it. Winning so much that they seem wrong. Never gonna lose, that's my theme song. I'm just a Kill Billy Jean zone. Back to reality, ain't no one bad as me. See, they be doubting, but I keep on actually pushing, not giving up. That's how I give it up. Pushing, not giving up. That's how I give it up.
A little different.
Yeah, that was good. I like where you put the StreamYard there on that little whatever that chip was. That was
cool. I don't know what it was, but I just wanted to do something like that. And that will be evolving as the show goes on. I will be taking clips of the gaming streams, maybe some funny moments or something, and maybe even change the music a little bit. But I'll be adding stuff as the weeks go on. So it's going to be cool. It's going to be cool. It's not going to be a 5-minute intro, but it'll be just quick clips of just gaming.
That is the second least favorite thing of mine. The loading.
I'm checking off the list.
Loading is just as bad as a countdown. Like, you already have a countdown in StreamYard. See, this is what I find funny. You have a countdown in StreamYard, which some people play, but then they have a countdown in their intro.
Yeah, that I won't though. Like, don't get me wrong, I love StreamYard, guys, and for those who don't know, I am an affiliate of StreamYard. Just because I like them. I like what they do. I like the product they offer. And if you're thinking about using it, go down into the description. There is a link for that. You can go get the discount on it. Try it out yourself. It's a lot of fun. There is a free version
Oh,
if you're interested.
okay. Well, that's good because I got somebody who wants to sign up to StreamYard. So send me your affiliate link and I'll send it to him.
Yeah, it's right in
Then
the
you can.
literally-
What do you get? You get a discount on your
yeah, I think it's like
discount on your bill, right?
yeah, it's like 10% or 25%, but either way they get a discount. They did get a discount. It's right in the description. You
Yeah.
use my
There you
affiliate.
go. That all makes sense now. Scott Mathewson.
Uh-oh.
That all makes sense.
Uh-oh.
Thank you, Scott, for
What's
not
up,
putting
brother?
it. I like Scott's. He just comes on. He just comes on and does his thing. It's like
Now, the
no big
question is-
intro or nothing like that. I love
The question is
That's
who's
fine.
who?
gotta have a countdown. Yeah.
Yeah, and don't get me wrong, like I when I first started, the StreamYard countdown was fine. It worked.
Yeah. But the
But
problem with StreamYard Countdown, if you don't know, is Meta and Facebook is flagging that.
mhm. Yeah, that was the problem I was running into with it. And you know, I just like to have it my own. If you, I mean, you know me, but if you guys know me, I like to do my own thing.
It's got
I do my own thing, have my own identity with it, and I like to. I don't know. It's just fun. It's just something to just draw people in, and whenever they see it, it's just like with the Paraverse countdown. It's just kind of like a little bouncy.
Well,
little
instead of doing a countdown, take that countdown out and make your intro a little bit longer.
But then it wouldn't be a consultant video without a countdown.
Scott's on a roll today.
I see that.
Yeah.
So the usual, then, brother. Just the usual. That's what you usually.
He had a
do.
great show yesterday. He was talking with Patty Negri.
I saw that.
Yeah.
I saw that. I love Patty. Patty's energy is just
Through the roof.
contagious. Just so contagious. Like
Through the roof.
it's like the song Ghost in the Daylight. You know, it's just something about her energy, her attitude, or the positivity is just it's contagious. It just gets you amped up. Like I remember when we spoke with her, I wanted to go investigate right after. Like I just wanted to just say, "Yep, screw it. Have a great day, guys. See you. I'm going out." But
Yeah, if you haven't seen that, go over to Parapost Network and watch that interview with Patty Negri. And she hangs out with Matt Rife and all those guys, eh?
I think I believe that. I believe that's true. Yeah.
Yeah. Well, I've seen some clips on the Reels on Facebook of her with Matt Rife and that very famous comedian right now. He has a paranormal group.
Matt does really. I didn't know he did.
Yeah, he does. Is his name Matt? Is that
Yeah,
his name, Matt?
there's a Matt Rife. He does. He is a comedian. He does a lot
The young
of
guy. The young
yeah,
guy. What's his
does
name?
a lot of TikTok.
Yeah, it's that guy. He has a paranormal group.
Yeah, he does like observation comedy, like improv.
Yeah. So he has a paranormal group, and apparently she's been hanging out with them a lot.
He's a great guy. He's
Yeah.
absolutely great.
Well,
I'd love to just sit and chat
He's
with him.
not. It's like me right now. Not very popular.
Hey Valerie, how you doing?
Sorry. I just had to say that.
What's up, Valerie? How are you doing?
Oh God.
I miss you.
Oh
Valerie.
God. We won't go down that road.
Mm.
Thank you, Valerie. Hi, Valerie. It's been a while since I've spoken to you.
Mhm.
Saying that.
So before your big announcement, brother,
Yeah.
let's talk about your new show. Let's talk about your new show with AJ. So for those of you who don't know, Brian, like I said, Brian and AJ have this new show called Crime Documentaries, and honestly, it's great.
Yeah.
It's great. I love
fun.
this show.
It's fun. It's fun. We love doing it. It's not. I'll be honest. It's not what I was originally thinking I was going to do at the beginning.
Mhm.
But it's turned into that. And I think with that kind of with the type of show that I was thinking about doing, I think that wasn't more for just a single person, not necessarily having a co-host.
Mhm.
So when AJ called me and asked me about wanting to do something like that, and I think he knew I wanted to do something like that. So we got talking and we said, well, let's show videos and react on them, talk about them a little bit, see what kind of buzz we get. Apparently, the RSS feed is doing extremely well. We're getting a lot of downloads. True crime is definitely a popular thing right now, or it has been for a while.
Yeah.
But apparently the RSS feed is doing extremely well. So through Spotify, and I believe Apple's doing well too. So that's good. But it's just fun. You know, I love watching those type of videos and documentaries. I always have. I've always had, I don't know if it's a passion or just like watching them. Now, obviously, the one on Sunday is not what I originally wanted to show, but there you go. It's one of the top genres. And by the way, Tanner, I loved what you did today. Thank you for sending that to me. It was cool. And unfortunately, Facebook did compress it a little bit, so your voice sounded a little bit off. But it didn't sound like you, to be honest. But anyways, it was just really just having, fun and giving some. I've had a couple of messages sent my way saying, you know what, you're really glamorizing these people. We're really not. We're just trying to bring awareness and to what's going on in the world, and what's been going on in the world for a long time. And we're not trying to socialize these people, or not socialize. What's the word I'm looking for? Glamorize. We're not trying to glamorize these people at all.
Yeah.
We're bringing more awareness. I think it was the very first one we did. There's actually a page that you can sign. They're trying to bring in a law because of what happened to this girl. But when it comes to catfishing online, they want to bring in a law, and people can go over and sign that petition. I think they need 25,000 signatures. I think that when we did the show, they were at around 16,000. I think they're up around 18 or 19,000 now. But it's stuff like that. And also, these families, what these families go through, and which is really upsetting and obviously disappointing and very traumatizing and everything above. And so we're not trying to glamorize these people at all. We're not. We're just showing what these people are like and what happened and why did they do it and what were their reasons. And can we bring more awareness of people maybe we're surrounded around or we're friends with that might be doing stuff like this that we don't know, and it's all kinds of different things on why we're doing the show. So yeah.
Where have you been? Speaking of creepy people. For those of you who don't know, or maybe you remember him from my mobile consultant, I got Cyrus hanging out with me, the grumpy old bastard, as I call him.
Didn't he have a longer beard though? The last time I saw him, when the last time you had him on, did he have a beard or was it just a longer?
No, you had a bigger beard.
A little bit. I trimmed it a little bit.
Okay.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
So no, I have Cyrus, or as I call him, literally, that's how I call him at work. And if I want to get his attention, just and yeah, pretty much.
Yeah.
He's hanging out with us in the studio today. He just BSing. I don't know. I never know.
I don't either.
Yeah, well, but no, it's a great show, and I think what it is it's just like on TikTok and some of these other shows that are out there that we hear about these crimes that happen, these tragedies that happen to these families and everything else, and we see it in Hollywood, so it's kind of bringing a little bit more reality. Like think of Hannibal. The Hannibal series is, we see it in the movies and we're like, oh, that can never happen, and then somebody does it, and it's like, oh wait, so this can happen. And I think that's what it is. That's what entices people to watch it. And I know for me it's more of a psychological fix for me, because I'm trying to think, what could cause this. Actually, I had a thought the other day. This guy, I guess, killed his family. He shot. He was a scientist. He like a NASA scientist or something like that. He killed his wife, his kids, the pets at the house. He called 911. Told him. I said I shot him. I think I killed my family. Whenever they got there, he didn't know what happened. And then when he was at the police station, they said that they were going to charge him with capital murder. He freaked out. He was like surprised, and I know this is kind of old school mentality, but does the paranormal have something to play with this? These, evil, negative entities, demonic. We do know that. I know you're not a huge. I know not everything is demonic. Obviously, I'm not saying.
Obviously.
But see, I saw that Twitch. But if there is some kind of negative presence, obviously our bodies will react to it. It could bring us down, have the depression, have those thoughts, stuff like that. Could that play into some of these crimes that happen? Is that, could that really happen? And once that energy is released through the act, people could have almost like amnesia. Could that be a possibility of what's happening on some of these cases? It's stuff like that I think about all the time. It's like, that's kind of it's kind of intriguing. I know it's not insanity, and I know there was one case, maybe I don't know, you or Tanner might know. There was one guy did get found innocent because he claimed he was possessed by a demon, and the court said, yeah, that's what it was. They basically blamed a demon. There was only one case, I believe, that was 100% that he was let go.
Wow. There is one case that I plan to do, or one video that I plan to show, and that was going to be the original one. That was going to be the very first show, but things changed. But we're going to show that a video eventually, and that's called The Motive.
Mm-hmm.
It's about a kid had killed his family, his two sisters and his parents, and he actually blamed demon. Told him to do it. Obviously, eventually it was found out that was nothing but a lie. But we eventually plan to show that one this weekend. I think we're going to be showing the one. It's a guy here in Canada. I think I'm going to be showing this one. There might be another one, but there's a guy in Canada. I believe he killed 12 people, and he was. There's multiple reasons why he did this, or speculations why he did this. He was hiding in the closet because most of the people that he killed were men, and he was obviously gay, but he was hiding in the closet, and he would have sex with these men, and then kill them after. And they figured he did it because of the shame.
That's possible.
Yeah. But I met a prison guard that actually worked in the prison that he's staying in. And apparently this guy is he's a genius. He's brilliant and probably one of the smartest people he's ever met. But I think I can't recall. I think it might have been 8 or 9, but they suspect he probably killed more in his lifetime. So I think they said they think he started around 15 or 16 years old starting it, but it's unclear. I'm not sure if I'm going to be showing that one. There's another one that I'm interested in that I might show, but there's another guy that eventually I will show. And this just happened within the last, I believe, 6 years here in Canada as well. He drove down Yonge Street, which is the biggest street in basically Canada. And it's called Yonge Street. I live right off Yonge Street in the same area where this guy did this. He drove down the sidewalk and killed 18 people. And he's in the exact same jail. And apparently this guy is a loner. He doesn't talk to anyone, and he's not all there. He might have skits. You know what I mean by that?
Yeah.
And he was unfortunately, he was just thrown in jail, and I don't think he's getting any kind of rehabilitation whatsoever.
That's
So and unfortunately, I might do that one if there's a video out there, long enough video to show. But this guy, and they actually showed on the news not part of him drive. Some people caught it on camera, on
Mhm.
their phone camera, him driving down the sidewalk. And they actually, a lot of people captured on the phone of him being stopped and the cops arresting him.
That's like
So
that's like what happened here in Berwick. We had so short version, a guy burned his family home down with, I guess, like a bunch of his cousins and aunts and everybody lived together. There was like 12 people in the house. He waited till the middle of the night till everyone was asleep, set the whole thing on fire. And when the cops came, he was just sitting out in was it the front yard or was it on the porch?
It was well, out in the front yard.
Yeah, he was out in the front yard while the house was burning down. And then the family had a rally together, like the surviving family members had a rally for everybody. And I don't know if it wasn't the same guy because he was arrested, or was it the same guy? Did he get out on bail?
I've heard both stories, but I mean, all I remember hearing is that after he got done doing that, he beat his mother to death with a hammer, and then was driving around, saw the crowd, and just decided, and turned the wheel and just drove through the crowd.
Yeah.
Because they were having benefit for the family.
Yeah, he killed a bunch of people. Actually, Cyrus and I got the call. We were security guards at the hospital, and I was off that night. You were there, and Cyrus called me and told me that they had a mass casualty. And I had, me being the supervisor, I showed up, and we had to recall everybody. All my security guards, we had to all go up there, and it was nuts. It was nuts.
Yeah.
But
so so really, the end of really at the end of the day, the show is just just showing these different crimes that I get very into. I get very into them. I try not to watch the whole thing. I'll watch little bits and pieces, but I'll watch really the whole thing when the show's on. But most of the cases that we've done so far, I've known about. So so this weekend it might be on that Canadian guy. I'm not sure yet, but there's another one that I'm interested in that I might do. The truck stop killer one was really interesting, and I'll be honest, Dr. Death, the one Dr. Death one, I still don't understand why that guy's not number one, to be honest. The number one worst in history.
Yeah.
And he's Jeffrey Dahmer's right behind him. And Gacy is right in front of him. But that guy suspected of killing over 250 people. How he's not the number one person is beyond me, to be honest.
Who knows?
So,
Who knows? I try not to go that depth. They're all, to me, it's all bad.
Of course, but
as
because I'm doing the show, and that's why it just intrigues me. Like H.H. Holmes was a real bad one too.
Yeah.
But there's not a lot on him because it was back in the 1800s when that happened. So, we might do Jeffrey Dahmer at one point too. Some of the famous, but I would rather do cases that are people that are not necessarily well known, to be honest. So
there you go.
I don't think a lot of people had heard of the truck stop killer unless you lived in the States.
Yeah.
So
well, either way, it's a great show, and if you guys want, like I said, go check it out. You can see it on Fairpost Network Central. You can see it pretty much everywhere,
and you can listen to it on any podcast that you listen to. There you go.
Absolutely.
I don't say that too often.
I don't either. I have to give AJ credit. AJ, for those of you who don't know, is he's the producer for this show and pretty much and all my shows really. And he does a great job.
Is he behind the scenes right now?
No, he's not here.
Oh, okay.
I didn't even tell him. And I love you, AJ. You're my brother. I respect the hell out of you. I wanted this to be a surprise for everybody that I was coming back. I didn't want to announce it. I wanted to be like, hi bitches, I'm back. Not a damn thing you can do about it. No. No, I just wanted to do something fun. I just want to do something fun.
Welcome back.
So I know Brian is itching to tell his big news, but
what's that?
Your big news, your big announcement.
What big news?
The big announcement you said?
Oh, okay.
To me? Yeah, that one.
Well, I was hesitating on telling this news, to be honest.
You can give some teasers, maybe.
No, I could talk about it. I don't
Well-
think Kevin will mind.
Well, let's wait. We're going to hold people in suspense because it's fun to do it that way. I love being the host. But it's that time. We're going to take a quick commercial break. I know 45 minutes into it, but fuck it. My show. I'll do what I want. But we're going to take a quick commercial break. And when we come back, Brian's going to tease us.
Announce.
Tease us? That sounds sexier.
No, I'm gonna say what it's actually about. So
Okay. So he's going to let us know his big news. And we'll talk about other things. So don't go anywhere, guys. Welcome back, everybody. So I'm not going to give my shout outs because we're going to talk about them anyway. So fuck it. But anyway, so Brian and I are here just kind of hanging out, having some fun, making some announcements, and just catching up because it's been a while. It's been a while since Brian and I just had some fun. But I want to give a shout out. Somebody just popped into the room a little bit ago, who honestly I haven't seen in a while. And if you guys remember, this is back to Paracrew time when Squeakers and Lurker were still here, and that's Paranormal Chop Shop. Check it in on the YouTube side.
that's cool,
You guys-
man.
They have a great show, an absolutely great show. The host and everybody are a lot of fun. And don't get me wrong, I love and I'm honored that I get asked to be on shows. This is probably one of the most fun shows I've been on. This one. I was driving, I think it was to North Carolina. Yeah, it was to North Carolina when they interviewed me. And it was they were making fun of me the entire time because I was on my cell phone. and they were just great people. Absolutely great people. So guys, if you haven't already, of course, go check them out. And nice to see you guys again. Miss you guys. We need to catch up and get you guys up here. So
Cool.
but before the break, we spoke. Brian's gonna tease. Banshee's here. What's up, Banshee? Missed you, girl. Brian was gonna tell us about something. He's got a big announcement, and I requested that I talk about my gaming stuff first. So yeah, 'cause this trumps everything. So Brian, what's
Okay.
the big news, brother?
So let me give a little bit of a backstory first.
Of course.
So back in December, somebody reached out to me. His name is Kevin. Kevin and I'm sorry if I'm saying this last name wrong. I apologize. His last name is Prentice. Really super nice guy. He's actually bringing a podcast to Parapost Network Central that he's going to be interviewing. There's a lot of shows on the page that are interviewing different types of people and all across the world. So this guy's going to be interviewing more sports figures, popular sports figures. He's going to have a wide variety of different types of things. So looking forward to that show. Anyway, so the reason he I guess he watched one of my shows and heard me talking about acting, and which was great. So he's actually doing a movie. He's already done part 1, and now he's getting into part 2. So part 1 is not out yet. I don't think part 1 is out. So it's part 1 and part 2. I won't get into what the story is because you can't really talk about what the story is. But he asked me if I wanted to be part of part 2.
That's awesome.
So obviously I said yes, because I'm an actor, right? So you can't turn down these types of jobs. So what I'm going to be doing in the show is that I'm going to be interviewing him like on a vodcast, like what we're doing right now.
So just like this.
Just like this.
But
I'm going to be interviewing him.
Okay.
And he is a paranormal investigator. He's not really a paranormal investigator, but he's going to be the
training one.
That's his character in this particular part of the movie.
Okay.
He's going to be a paranormal investigator. So I'm going to be interviewing him, and we're going to be showing a video. We're actually going to be doing this live on Parapost Network Central.
So you're recording this part for the movie on Parapost Network Central.
Exactly.
Holy shit.
So people can come and watch and all this stuff. It's going to be amazing. It's only going to be about a 30-minute show because they're only going to take about 5 minutes of the vodcast or the interview for the movie. So it's going to be a lot of fun, and I'm going to be interviewing this guy pretending he's like a paranormal investigator. He's going to be showing a video, and we're going to make the announcement when it happens. I'll be putting out a thumbnail. Parapost Network is going to be in this movie. So Parapost Network Central is going to get promoted out large.
That's awesome.
So people are going to see Parapost Network Central, I guess, in the background in the thumbnail or something like that. Like what you for whatever. Make sure Parapost Network Central is on the top there. And I'm going to be interviewing this guy live for a movie that people are going to be able to come in the room and watch.
So I'm just gonna say this now. That's fucking awesome. That's not just awesome. That's fucking awesome.
Yeah.
And second thing, Raymond, you and I have got to behave.
Well, the thing is, you're not going to see the comments, right? I'm not going to be able to put up the comments.
Well, Raymond and I, we like to throw you off every once in a while.
Yeah,
and just get the reaction.
Probably,
Raymond, we gotta behave.
But
no, congratulations, bro.
The great thing is one, I'm going to be in this movie, and two, Parapost Network Central is going to be part of this movie, and which is obviously going to bring a lot more people to Parapost Network Central, and it's really going to promote us out a lot. It's obviously going to help promote me out as well as an actor, and being in an American film, which is great, which is technically I'm not supposed to be, but I'm in Canada filming, so it's okay. So I haven't told my agent yet, but she knows about it. But my agent's watching. I'm sorry, but no, I gotta tell her. So
of course,
but because she's got to have 15%. And I don't mind giving that 15%.
Which huge shout out, by the way. I don't know if your agent does watch any of this, but
I think she has watched. Yeah, I think she has watched.
Huge shout. What, if you don't mind me asking, what is her name?
Her name is Ilona DeCaro.
Okay, Ilona, if you're watching Ilona, you're doing a great job. I mean, I hear Brian tells me bits and pieces, and honestly, from what I understand, you're a rarity. You're an absolute rarity. You're a great individual.
Yeah.
So if you're watching this, huge props to you.
She's a fantastic agent. Fantastic agent. I've been with her it'll be 5 years in September, and she's been fantastic. And it'd been a while since I'd seen her. Obviously, we talk on the phone all the time, but she had a Christmas party in December. So I got to see her. I hadn't seen her for a few years since she signed me. Awesome. But it was great. But it was a great get together. I got to meet a lot of the other actors on her roster. So, but this is exciting. Like I'm really,
I'm-
really looking forward to this. I'm getting
so hyped.
apparently I'm getting the strip this week. I'm also getting the video that we're going to be actually showing during the live.
Mhm.
So I'm going to try to slip in there Global Ghost Hunt. I'm going to somehow figure out how I'm going to get Global Ghost Hunt in there. But really, this is more about him, and it's a dream sequence kind of type of thing.
Yeah.
So he's actually dreaming this. So it's going to be good, and it's going to be a lot of fun. And again, it's going to be able to put Parapost Network in this movie, which is going to be fantastic. So
That is awesome. That is
yeah,
awesome. So, guys,
and
this
he's
is
bringing a vodcast to the page.
even better.
So
even
yeah,
better.
yeah.
And see,
So-
guys, this is what I know. Brian and I and a couple others have talked about before in what we do and networking. Networking. This is why this is so important.
Yeah.
And it's not about getting out there and everything. What it does is it opens up so many doors to meet these amazing people. Like I'm sure Brian had to network to meet his manager, and you know it's just how it is. That's what you do. You have to network if you want to be successful. If you want to make a difference. If you want to, actually, like for me, you guys know me. I'm all about positivity. I'm all about helping everybody out. You have to get to know everybody. You have to network, and this is why these shows are so important to share out. I'm not just talking about mine or Brian's. I'm talking about everybody's. You got to share them out to everybody because you never know who could be listening.
Yeah, and this
And-
is
Great.
sorry, Matt, for cutting
No.
off. And this is why I tell everybody in Parapost Network, continue sharing out the shows, because you don't know who's going to see it. And the only reason why this guy saw me is because it was on a page that somebody else shared it out.
There you go.
And then he ended up finding out about Parapost Network Central and came to the page, saw some of my shows, messaged me, and then made this offer. And this is a fantastic offer. And this is why I continually tell people through Parapost Network, the admin group page or messenger, continue sharing out the show because you don't know who's going to be watching.
Yeah.
And it is so important. And things like this don't come around too often. That somebody saw one of my shows and now go, I want you to be part of my movie. And because I like what you do and I like your page and look what's happening.
Absolutely.
And, and yeah, the money's great and all that stuff and whatever, and it's going to be going back into a lot of it's going to be going back into Parapost and Parapost, the app, to be honest, and Global Ghost Hunt. So, because it's going to be well used and I'm going to continue doing what I'm doing, and I want to boost a lot of these shows out, and I want to boost out the page so it's hitting, thousands of people every single day, but it's like that. If people continue sharing out their stuff or sharing out your own stuff, you never know who's going to see it.
Yeah, absolutely. And Kevin, if you ever see this show, I'm sorry. First and foremost, I have to apologize.
Well, he will be seeing this show because he's now an editor on the page now.
That's true. So sorry. But no, that's huge. It's great. And Kevin, congratulations to you for the success you're having. Obviously, there was part 1, did well. Part 2 is coming out.
Oh, part 1 hasn't come out yet.
Well,
he's going to be doing both of them. He's going to be selling them both. So
even still,
yeah. So, but
congratulations.
it's like I say, like that's what I tell people all the time. Share out your life, share out your life, share out your lives. Continue doing it. Share out the thumbnails. Do what you need to do, because again, like I said a few seconds ago, you never know who's going to see it. And look what's happened to me.
Yeah, and even even on Facebook, and I still do this, and this was a lot of what my sabbatical was as well, is I would actually go into different groups and I would just look through the group pages. If I liked what I saw, I liked them. I followed them. Got in touch, with the admin, just introducing myself. That's networking. Just a quick conversation, and just, surround yourself with people who are like-minded. If you like them, great. And you never know. You never know who's going to be watching or whatever. Like, that's why my videos go to my personal page. Some people may be interested in them. Some people may not. Who cares? It doesn't matter.
Yeah.
But no, that's huge. That is absolutely huge.
It's great. And it's great. Go ahead. Sorry.
I was just gonna say I'm used to you cutting me off, so
I'm
you don't
sorry.
need to
I
apologize.
apologize
You don't
for
need to
that.
apologize. I know it's the Canadian in you, but
Fuck.
yeah, pretty much.
What's that?
Not wrong. He didn't hear you. Go ahead.
I said we can't help it that Canada's like a loft apartment above a really great party.
Okay. Thank you. No, but I'm really excited about that, and it's funny. It tells you how 2 months ago I was talking to Glenda, and Glenda's good at what she does. Like she really is. Like she told me 2 months ago, something is going to be happening in February or around February that's going to be very, very big for you. And she was right. She was right.
Glenda's from Pennsylvania. She's like an hour from here. I need to introduce you to Glenda Dawson.
Yeah.
She's great.
And she nailed it right on the head, and she nailed something else right on the head. And I'll tell you one day what she nailed right on the head. But she nailed it right on the head, and this is a great opportunity. Yes, it's a great opportunity for me for my acting career, but it's going to be a really, really good opportunity for Parapost Network Central to really get on the map, and a lot of people are going to see it. So, which at the end is going to help everybody else on the page. So
you've gone all show without saying at the end of the day, and I thought that was it. I was going to start celebrating, but and it's just like what we've said before, and I've said it numerous times. It's not just about us growing. Like even with my show, I want thousands of people to be watching these shows because not for me, but the more people that we bring into these networks, these streams, and everything else, the more everybody grows together, and that's what I love about what we're doing, and not just Global Ghost Hunt, but Parapost Network Central and Parapost.net and the app. We're all growing together, and that's what it's about, and that's why it's so important. It's not just about you. It's just not about me. It's not about AJ. It's not about Cyrus. It's about everybody. It's about everybody growing together.
Yeah. Well, I will say the acting part of doing the show is about me.
Well, of course.
But because that's what I do, and it's getting into the mainstream market in the States of my acting, and that's important to me. But getting Parapost Network Central in that movie is going to be for everybody else.
Yeah,
so
and
it has nothing to do with that. Has nothing to do with me. That's for everybody else on the platform. So
yeah, and that's the thing. Like I personally want you to grow. I always, and I have told Brian this little insight here, folks. Brian and I, we talk pretty frequently. Recently, we've during my sabbatical, we've but for the most part, him and I talk almost every day. And I always joke with him when he talks about his acting. I always say, don't forget about us little people. When you make it big and you're in Hollywood, don't forget about us little people.
Yeah, you know what? Like I think I'm at and I know it's funny. It's funny when you say that. I do laugh about when you say that, but I'm definitely not that type of person.
I know.
Nothing has like I'm somewhat popular here in Canada with my TV shows that I've done, but and obviously I've been recognized when I've gone out in public, and that's fine. But really, it's like if somebody stops me and says, "Hey, I liked you in this," thank you, and we get talking. And I've always been that type of person. I'm not a selfish person at all.
You're humble.
And yeah, I'm just humble in that way, and I'm thankful in that way, and I'm thankful for my agent as well, because she's got me those jobs. Yeah. And I'm never ever going to be that person. And I know somebody, like a gym I go to, that his daughter does a lot more behind the scenes in Hollywood.
Mm-hmm.
And she's met a lot of actors, like mainstream like Oscar winner actors.
Yeah.
And he's told me some stories about some of these actors, and it doesn't really surprise me. Like some of them, like on some of their demands when they You know, they go to when they're on certain movie sets and stuff like that. It's just absolutely outrageous. Some of the demands I've heard.
Yeah.
Like I know one actor, I don't know the actor personally, but I know when the actor has their own dressing room, it's got to be a certain color in their dressing room. And it's like, what? Like,
Yeah.
I got a good friend that he works behind the scenes in concerts, and he does all the pyro stuff.
Ooh, I love pirates.
And like the flames and the lights and
boom, boom.
you know, he does a lot more of the fire and the explosions and the fireworks, and he does mostly that. He's called the pyro guy, but fitting. But he's told me some of the stories about some of these people, some of these mainstream singers, or you know, there's one story that I always go back on because it's super funny. Prince, when he was alive, he was probably one of the worst. He told me a story about Prince that everybody had to sign a waiver that they weren't allowed to talk to him or look at him. And like, can you imagine signing a waiver saying that you're not allowed to look at somebody?
Well, it kind of reminds me of I'm not going to say his name for obvious reasons, but all I will say is Captain Kirk.
Oh, I got a story about him.
I heard he's a prick.
I told you that story about him. I think
was it you that told me that.
I think so. Yeah,
it might be that, but yeah,
my camera, my photographer, or the person that took my headshots.
Yeah,
she took his shots. Like she was doing something for a magazine or something like that.
Yeah,
and this was years and years ago, though. She was taking his pictures and she needed him to move certain ways or stand certain ways or sit a certain way. And he wouldn't tell her. She couldn't tell him. He had to tell, or she had to tell his assistant. Yep. And then the assistant had to tell him.
Yeah.
And she was literally feet away from him.
Uh-huh.
But she wasn't allowed to talk to him.
That would have been
the assistant had to do it.
I would have turned around and walked out.
The assistant had to do, which I think is absolutely ridiculous. But apparently he was, he was even drinking. Like he was I don't know if he still is, but at that time he was a huge alcoholic, and a huge drinker. But apparently he's an absolute dickhead.
Well, and that's what I've said. I wouldn't be sorry about it. I'd be like, you are. But
well, I'm sorry that I said it on air.
Oh, it's an NC-17. I don't fucking care.
Yeah. So.
But no, and that's what I've said before. And I know, brother, you've heard me, and I know, Cyrus, you've heard me say this before. You know, that's why I tell people, if you become popular, viral, whatever you want to call it, just remember you're only popular because of the support you've had.
Yes.
Like if I get to 1 million or 35 million likes, you know, like Markiplier. Markiplier, I love him. I love him on YouTube because he is so humble. Like he's got money that he doesn't even know what to do with. He's actually said it. He goes, I have so much money, I just don't know what to do with it. But he's so humble about it. Like he doesn't flash it around. He still takes time out for charities. When you see him in public, it's not, you know, you have to schedule to meet. No, if he sees you, you see him, he'll talk to you. He'll take the time to go talk to you and hang out. And, you know, I feel like if I were to get to that point, I'd still do that. I'd still be me. I would, and I've said this for years. If I become famous, I'll still be me. Yeah, nothing's going to change. It's a piece of paper.
Same thing with me.
You know, if anything, if I got to do a 4-hour stream just thanking everybody who supports me, fuck it, I'll do it.
Yeah.
You know, and you know, and I think some people just forget about that.
Yeah, for example, like last year for my birthday, I think it was like through Facebook, I think it was over 500 or something like that, people saying thank you or happy birthday. I thanked every single person.
Yeah.
I didn't do like one thank you to all the well wishes and all that. I thanked every single person.
I still remember, and I think I still have it somewhere on my computer, that birthday video I did for you.
Yeah. Well, yeah. So, you know, like and that's who I am. That's who I am. And You know, I know there's been a lot of things out there recently, and which is unfortunate, but this is I always say, like, I always refer people to what's on my Facebook on the top of my page.
Dana White.
Dana White and what he said in that video, and that's how I feel.
Yeah.
And I saw another one the other day, and I'm thinking about pinning that one as well. But and you know, I truly believe that my inner circle of, and I've made my inner circle a lot smaller. My inner circle of friends know who I really am as a person.
Mm-hmm.
And I don't want to get into this and stuff like that, obviously, but what people have said is, you know, is obviously not true. And they can say whatever they want. At the end of the day, I don't care.
Yep.
I know who I am as a person, and my inner circle of friends know who I am as a person, and that's all that matters to me.
Yeah,
That's
same.
all that matters to me.
Same.
So
And you know what? One thing I've decided with this sabbatical is very simple. If there's anything negative, you'll be unfriended, blocked, whatever, and I'm just going to move on. I don't care.
Yeah.
I don't have time for it. If you want to be positive, if you want to be supportive, cool. Let's have some fun with it. You know, but
yeah.
Negativity, I'm not tolerating it. I don't care. I'm not.
Well,
even,
that's it. And you know,
day.
that's it. And I'm not gonna come up on a live and do whatever. And that's just not me. I'm not that type of person. And I'd never have been that type of person, and I never will be. And my Parapost Network Central is about positivity.
Mm-hmm.
And if you want to come to Parapost Network and be part of the other vodcasters, great. And if you don't, that's okay too.
Great segue, by the way.
Yeah, that's okay too. And I'm okay with that. But other than that, I've always been a humble person, and I'm not going to be one of those. If that day ever came, not saying it will, if it ever came, I won't change. I won't change as a person. And you know, like, I think I'm old enough to realize that, you know, you know what I mean? And I know people, and, you know, it's just not me that got there. It's people along the way that's helped me get there. And I will never, ever forget those people either. So,
well, it's like I say in my my outros, together we can do great things. And it's the truth. Nobody is self-made. You have to have that support. You don't become viral or popular by yourself.
no.
And it's right in the name, popular, which means a lot of people support you. A lot of people like what you're doing, you know, and, you know, that's why even when I changed my outro, I left that in there, because it's the truth. Together, we do great things. We can do great things. It's not we will.
I believe that too. I believe that too. Like every vodcast that's on the page, like every single vodcast that's on the page, I'm going there, I'm watching some of their vodcasts, and I'm sharing it to 7, 8, 9, 10, sometimes 12 pages.
Yeah.
And because I want them to do well. That's why they're on the page. And it would be great. It would be great for everybody else to do the same as well. Yeah. And I understand that not everybody can watch every single show and stuff like that. And I get that, and that's okay. But if you go in there and see one show that, you know, you didn't share, just share it to one page. And it's not only going to help you, but it's going to help them as well, because they're going to see that you shared it. They're going to share yours. It's like a domino effect. You know what I mean?
And you know what's funny?
And I continually say that. Go in and share. And then on top of that, people should be sharing their own shows.
Yeah.
So,
and it takes seconds, folks, literally. And like, I think I even joked around with Brian about this. You know, if I go to the bathroom at work and I just see, oh, Parapost is live, hit share real quick. That's all I do. Yeah. Or I'll pop in if I have a second. Hey, just stopping in to show my support. Hit share, gone. You know, and then I'll go back and I'll watch it.
Yeah.
And I'll go back and watch it because it's already on my profile. I just go to my profile and scroll down through. But
I agree.
It's simple.
And I agree. And I truly believe, and I'm not the only person this has happened to. You know, I'm sure there's a lot of people out there that got their stuff shared and the right person saw it.
Yeah.
And now they're doing great things. And, you know, the acting world is about networking. It is about getting your stuff out there, doing reels, doing demos, doing, you know, whatever, getting your stuff out there. And I guarantee there's a lot of people on social media. Like, look at TikTok and how many people have become famous because of TikTok.
Yeah. Well,
you know,
it's like what we said before. We never know who's watching.
Exactly.
Yeah, there may be two people in the room, but one of those people could be very well known. They could be very well connected.
Or they're sharing it to a page where somebody else is connected on that group page.
And they just might so happen to see it. You never know.
So,
and you know, it's simple. And before we move on, I just wanted to let everybody know that if you have a show or if you're interested in starting a show, it doesn't have to be paranormal. I mean, hell, I'm doing gaming. Brian does, you know, crime documentaries. Tanner does Tanner stuff. That's what I just call it, Tanner stuff anymore. I love Tanner.
I liked I liked what he did in his video.
Yeah.
What that small little promo video that we all shared out. It was great.
Yeah.
It was great. And he understands. He understands what it takes.
And it doesn't have to be paranormal. It can be about anything. Fishing. I know Brian said about doing some fishing, car stuff, mechanic stuff, crafts.
Yeah.
It doesn't matter. If you want to be a part of it, if you want to be a part of the network, it's as easy as just messaging. Just shoot us a message. Send Brian a message, me a message, AJ, anybody, and say, hey, I want to be a part of this. And you're in. It's that easy. You don't pay anything. You don't have to sign any contracts. It's just okay. Cool.
Yep.
Make it enter. Let's have fun.
There was a guy messaged yesterday that he wants to be on the page. So I think he responded back. So I'm going to answer his message. But, you know, it's just a matter. We can have you up by the end of the day.
Yeah, literally like hours if need be.
Yeah. Like I've had people come to me, and within minutes they're on Parapost Network. And then days later, they're doing a show.
Yeah.
Like Haley. Haley's got a great show. She's only had 2, but we contacted each other through LinkedIn, and I saw her promoting her show, so I contacted her, and now she's on the page. She's only done 2 shows, but you know, she's getting views, and she's getting herself out there, and she's going to be doing a promo. And I know, Matt, you're doing a promo for yourself too. And we'll put it up in the reels so people can see it. We'll get everybody to share it through Parapost, and you know, she'll get herself out there, and that's how you do it. And I know a lot of people that do these shows or do paranormal investigations and hoping that the right person is going to share it to the right person and get noticed. And that's, let's be honest, a lot of people want that. And generally 95% of the time it doesn't happen. But that 5%, it could. So if you see somebody show, whether it's in Parapost Network or not, it could be somewhere else. Yeah. Share it for them, you know, because they're going to notice that, and they're going to share your stuff. Like, it's not rocket science.
No, and in all honesty, folks, Parapost Network Central is just one big community. And I'm just not saying that. I mean it, because, you know, we've got a lot of great hosts, and I have the podcast admin here. Like, I have the messenger up, and it's great. It's a great group of great community, great people, and you know, the possibilities are endless. And it's not just about popularity; it's just networking, having fun, meeting new people. You know, getting people on your show or just talking. You may find
99% of the time, 99% of the time, if you share somebody's stuff out, like whether it's on social, whether it's on Facebook or Twitter or Twitter X or wherever, if you share somebody's stuff, if you share like a video, a thumbnail, whatever it is, they know that you did it. So I guarantee that if you put something up, they're going to share your stuff because you shared theirs. And that's how you get your stuff out there. It like literally takes, if you're going down your timeline on Facebook and see a bunch of thumbnails, it doesn't take much just to hit the share.
Nope.
And you're sharing there, they're going to see that. They're going to share yours when you put something up, you know, and
Absolutely.
it's, and if they don't, that's okay. If they don't share your stuff back, that's okay. Karma is going to come back on you.
And
know?
it's funny. And also, if you want to support network, if you just want to support network, that's what it's about too. It's not just about the shows. If something's going on, there's a lot of amazing people, great people, and the admin chats. There's a lot of great hosts, great people who actually give a shit. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And
You
there's
know,
always somebody.
yeah. Like, in the last couple of weeks, I've seen the Ghoul Gang.
Yeah.
The Ghoul Gang, Andre, her boyfriend, has got a clothing line.
Mhm.
And he puts out thumbnails and I hit the share button. And then literally minutes later, Rosie is thanking me for that. And you know what Rosie does? She shares out my stuff.
I love the
It's-
Google Gang. They're
I
great people.
don't understand like what the big issue is here. Like, it doesn't make sense to me. Like, you want people to support you, but you're not supporting people. So why would they support you?
You
Like,
know,
it's very simple just to hit a share or a like or a follow and stuff like that. I don't understand. Like, I do it all the time for a lot of times I'll go through my timeline. I'll either like something or I'll make a comment or I'll share. It literally takes seconds to do. And I don't understand why more people, we would be living in such a better world if people were helping each other instead of just being about me.
Yeah. Well, there's three people besides yourself that come to mind when I think of the sharing and who's really there. Liz. Liz is huge. I love Liz to death. And
Yeah.
Liz, if you're watching, I do see all your messages and I love them and I appreciate them. Liz every day sends me a good morning.
Yeah, I get them too. I get them too.
Love it. Absolutely love it. The other one, Raymond. Raymond's always sharing. I always see Raymond everywhere. He's always literally everywhere.
Yeah.
I don't know when this man sleeps. And the other group that's been doing it pretty frequently actually is Outer Realms.
Yeah.
Shane and Shaney and Angie, they and their group, they share stuff out. This is the importance of networking, and this is why I love Parapost Network Central, is because you have that support. And Gabriel, I saw your comment. Have you seen my show? But no, it doesn't matter. It doesn't matter what you think. Just come on, have fun. If you're having fun with it, if you're just doing anything, it doesn't matter what it is. Somebody else may like it.
Like,
Somebody else can have some fun. You never
I'm
know.
not trying to brag here or not. I'm not doing that at all. But I have close to 6,000 followers on Facebook. Okay.
Yeah.
And the timeline is busy. The timeline
Mhm.
is busy through my timeline. And I still go, and for people I haven't even spoken to, I still share their stuff, or I still like their stuff, or I still make a comment. It takes literally seconds to do. And I know that if I'm sharing their stuff out, they're going to share my stuff out.
Yeah.
And I'll get, like, for today I posted 2 or 3, I think it was 3 pics, and one was the Suicide Forest, one was Alcatraz,
Yep.
and one was the City of the Dead.
Mhm.
And those are 3 places on my bucket list. Well, Alcatraz, a lot of people were making comments, a lot of people were liking, a lot of people were sharing, and and making comments and stuff like that, because I was doing that for them. And not saying that's why they were doing it for me. I'm just saying, like, if you're doing stuff and helping other people on your timeline, they're going to help you. That's my point. And
and if they're not, they should. It's
so
and that's the whole point of unity. We talk about, you heard me say about para-unity before. Well, this is the unity part of it.
it's human kindness.
Yeah, we help each other, promote positivity. That's part of it. And you were here to support one another. That's the only goal. It's not about the numbers. It's about just helping. And you know what? Some people, like Gabriel, let's just say Gabriel comes on. Do you know how much of a boost that would be just to see 20 shares? not the views, just the shares. 20 shares. That's 20 people that have supported him enough to share it out. You know, it makes a difference to people, and it's great, and it's all positive. So again,
like
guys,
obviously I can't like every single 6,000 people that are putting stuff in, you know, but and that's a little difficult. But you know, I just you know, there's a lot of actors and actresses that are on my timeline or on my friends list and stuff like that. And you know, they put out reels, they put out self tapes, and you know, they put out their latest thing that they're working on, like maybe a comment, maybe a share. And you know, and it's that simple. And I said it a few seconds ago. If more people did this for each other, we'd be living in such a better place.
100%. 100%. And again, guys, if you're interested in joining Parapost Network Central, joining this family and this community that we're creating, just shoot us a message. It's that simple. It's that simple. It doesn't have to be about paranormal. It could be about any topic. Every topic's welcome. Everybody's welcome. It's free. No contract, no obligation. You know, it's easy. It's real easy.
No.
And the only thing, and we'll even say it live, the only thing we ask right there. Oh,
yeah, you put the the only things we ask is you put the logos. You put the logos in your thumbnail or your intro or your banner like Matt has in the back. That's all that matters. I don't care where you put it as long as it's somewhere. You know, if it's in your intro, great. If it's not on your banner, that's okay. If it's not in your, you know, your thumbnail, well, I'd rather in your thumbnail. But, you know, but my point is it doesn't matter where you put it. And I'm very flexible on that kind of stuff.
Yeah. You don't have to go.
The second thing is, the second thing is that I ask for people to do is mention at least once during your show that you're on Parapost Network Central.
Mm-hmm.
And you know, at least I don't care if it's at the beginning, middle, or end. I don't care as long as you're mentioning, because this is the way I look at it. This is the way we are helping you get out there and getting you to a bigger audience. At least do your part. You know what I mean? And I don't ask for a lot. I never have. And stuff like that. And that's it. And it's pretty simple. And the great thing about our network is it's a non-scheduled network, like a lot of networks out there that you have to be going on at a certain time, and that's the only time you can go on. We're not like that. It's an open network, so you can go live anytime you want.
Yeah, and you know what? To be honest with you, like, and I've thought about this in the past. You know, putting the logo up, like over here, like Global Ghost Hunt and Parapost. I have it in my intro. I have it in my thumbnails. I have it in my background, my outro. The reason why I do that isn't for me, isn't for Brian. It's for everybody on the network.
Yeah,
it's
exactly.
not. I don't feel like it's an obligation to me. I feel like to me, it's personally a requirement. I am sharing out my network that I have a great community, a lot of great people, and once people start seeing that network, they'll see everybody in the network. It's not just me; it's everybody. You know, I'm not doing it for Brian. I'm doing it because of Brian. You know what I mean? It's one of those things. I'm not obligated. He's not twisting my arm. I wanted.
No, not at all.
I'm proud of what we're doing.
Not at all.
And
I don't twist anybody's arm to do anything. It's like, like my personal feeling is like they ask me, well, what should I be doing on? Well, that's up to you. That's your show. You know, I'm not going to tell you what to do on your own show. You know, that's not up to me. That's up to you. You know, I could give you advice on maybe doing an intro or maybe doing a thumbnail or something like that. Like I'll give advice on that. But when it comes to your show, it's your show. Like, for example, me and Kevin spoke today, and he's coming on the network, and he was asking me about StreamYard. He was asking me about what he should be doing on his show. Should he be doing this? And I gave him advice. I'm not telling him what to do. I just gave him advice. And, you know, and I told this to him a few times. It's your show. You want to do what you want to do. Like, should I do an hour? Should I do 30 minutes? Again, that's up to you. Whatever you feel comfortable doing, that is completely up to you. But he didn't know. He wasn't sure. So he's never done a vodcast before. So, but he's going to be bringing up great people that he knows, And, you know, these are people that everyone else will know as well. And, you know, it's great. And I'm looking forward to his show when he starts. And again, he's going to be getting StreamYard. I'm going to help him through through StreamYard on how to set up a show, and we're going to go through everything. So he's ready to go. He's going to have a producer, but I can help his producer too. I'm just here to help.
Yeah,
My page is only to help people. And I've always said that. It's only here to help people, to help your show to get out there, because we do, like, our page is growing and you're going to get to a broader audience because of the amount of people that are going to be sharing your show on the page.
Absolutely.
You know, so, you know, instead of doing it on your own page and only getting one share, you're going to have, you know, 15, 20, 25, 30, 40 shares. It's going to be out there, you know.
Mhm.
So yeah, this page is not about me. It's not about, and I've always said it's never been about me, ever. I'm not getting anything out of this. Like, I'm not making money. I'm not doing any of those things. This is to help people with their shows that I think deserve to get out there. And if I was making any money with this page, it would go back into Parapost Network and help boosting the shows. Like, I would pay for boosting, you know, and, you know, because boosting, like, I can boost your page for 5 days. It would cost me what? I think it's like $26 or $23.
Something like
And that's going to get out to possibly 10, 12,000 people. And that's the goal. If this page ever did make money, that's all I would be doing with the money, is reinvesting it into the page and boosting everybody's shows.
For the record, folks, he's even said this like off camera too. So he's not just saying that. So, and I truly believe it. And, you know, I just want to say before we get going, because Wicked Queen will be on her way home soon. We said it was going to be a short show, but I knew better. I knew better. As soon as you and I get on,
let's talk about one thing before we go, because this is very important about Global Ghost Hunt and what's going on. Okay, so we are having a problem with the registration page. So if you go in to register your team, that's all working. But the problem is to go to the payment page, it's not working. So what we're doing is, if you're interested in signing up, message one of us from the team. Maybe Matt can put in the description some of the emails, like support at globalghosthunt.com is one of the emails. Email us, let us know that you want to be part of it. We'll send you out what is on the actual form, and then you send it back to us. And that's how we'll have to do it until Jordan fixes the registration page. So we are having issues right now, and I'm sorry for that. But technology, what are you going to do?
Or if you're on Facebook, just shoot us a message on Facebook. Say you want to be a part of it. We'll get everything in contact with you. Or like Brian said, just shoot us an email. I believe on the website there is a contact us form as well.
There's a message board.
Yep. So just go ahead and shoot us a message on there. We'll be in contact. We're trying to come up with some temporary solutions to all this, but the fact of the matter is we're not going to let anybody like not be able to get involved. We're going to make sure that you will be involved. Your team gets promoted out correctly, and like we want you to be. And just same way with the locations, because it's still just about the locations and about you guys.
Yeah, we'll send them something. We'll send them something what you need to actually put what you would put in the registration. So we'll send you something to do that, and then just send it back to us, and we'll take care of it from there until the site gets fixed. I just don't know at this point right now when the site is going to be fixed. So
we'll probably do a GGH live, updating everybody, or whatever we figure out. Brian and I have a lot of planning and talking and different people to get in contact with to get things settled, but we are working on it. We are aware of it. But again, if you guys are still interested, you can still sign up. You just got to shoot us a message. That's it.
Yeah,
that's it.
But I do need to go though. So.
Yeah, so do I. Yeah. But anyway, I want to thank you, brother, for
thank you.
And
I appreciate it.
For those of you who don't know Brian, welcome to the show, first of all. But go check him out on Hunophobia, Parapost, Network Central. Check him out pretty much everywhere. You can find Brian. Brian's easy to find. But anyway, guys, again tonight, 9 p.m. Eastern time, Raven and I, What the Paranormal, we're coming back, and we're coming back pretty good.
Thanks, guys. Thank you.
All right. Appreciate you, brother. So, guys,
Thank
with
you.
that, I think there's only one more thing left for me to say. I missed this. Y'all have yourselves a great rest of your night. Have fun. Stay safe. But as always, guys, happy hauntings.